Hey guys, welcome to another episode of James Talks About Countries. In this video, we're going to talk about Melbourne, a place in Australia. And you know what they speak. Let's do it. Melbourne is the capital and most populous city in the state of Victoria, and the second most populous city in Australia and Oceania. The name Melbourne refers to an urban agglomeration area and census statistical division spanning 900 kilometers, 308,000 square kilometers, that comprises the greater metropolis, as well as being a common name for its metropolitan hub, the Melbourne City Centre. It is a leading financial center in Australia, as well as the Asia Pacific region, and has been ranked the world's most livable city since 2011 and among the top 3 since 2002, according to the Economics Intelligence Unit (EIU). In 2013, the EIU also ranked Melbourne the fourth most expensive city in the world, tying with Oslo, Norway. Melbourne is rated highly in the areas of education, entertainment, healthcare, research and development, tourism, and sports. It is located on the large natural bay of Port Phillip, with its city centre situated at the northernmost point of the bay, near to the estuary of the Yarra River. The metropolitan area extends south from the city centre along the eastern and western shorelines of Port Phillip and expands into the hinterlands toward the Dandenong and Macedon mountain ranges, Mornington Peninsula, and Yarra Valley. The city centre is located in the metropolis known as the City of Melbourne, and the metropolis consists of a further 30 municipalities. Melbourne has a population of 4,442,918. Inhabitants of the city are called Melbournians. Founded on August 30 of 1835 in what was then the colony of New South Wales by settlers from Lancashire in Van Diemen's Land. It was incorporated as a crown settlement in 1837. It was named Melbourne by the Governor of New South Wales, Sir Richard Bourke, in honour of the British Prime Minister of the day, William Lamb, 2nd Viscount Melbourne. It was declared a city of Queen Victoria in 1847, before becoming the capital city of the newly created colony of Victoria in 1851. During the Victorian gold rush of the 1850s, it was transformed into one of the world's largest and wealthiest cities. After the Federation of Australia in 1901, Melbourne served as the interim seat of government for the newly created nation of Australia until 1927. An international centre for performing and visual arts, Melbourne is often referred to as Australia's cultural capital. It is the birthplace of Australian dance styles, the Melbourne Shuffle and New Vogue. The Australian film industry, including the world's first feature film, Australian Impressionist art, known as the Heidelberg School, Australians rules football, and the Australian television industry. In more recent years, it has been recognized as a UNESCO City of Literature and a major centre for street art. It is home to many of Australia's largest and oldest cultural institutions, such as the Australian Centre for the Moving Image, the Melbourne Cricket Ground, Melbourne Museum, Melbourne Zoo, the National Gallery of Victoria, and the UNESCO World Heritage listed Royal Exhibition Building. The main passenger airport serving the metropolis and the state is Melbourne Airport, also called Tullamarine Airport, which is the second busiest in Australia, and the Port of Melbourne is Australia's busiest seaport for containerizing general cargo. Melbourne has an extensive transport network. The main metropolitan train terminus is Flinders Street Station, and the main regional train and coach terminus is Southern Cross Station, formerly Spencer Street Station. Melbourne also has the world's largest urban tram network. Exhibition. I don't know. But guys, thanks for watching this episode of James Talks About Countries. leave a comment. If you want to go to Melbourne, Australia, what would you see? Leave it in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel and give the video a big thumbs up. And I will see you on my next episode of James Talks About Countries. Peace out, home dogs.